Buddy, I am sitting in my raised bed area of the garden. It is quite frankly a disaster. Um, not everybody has other people to come in and help them. Um, and, life happens and gets in the way. As you guys know, we're in the process of rebuilding our home, which is looking beautiful. Um, so we just have not had much time to come and work in here. But our project today is to work on getting this area weeded and getting this soil moved. We've already moved the box, but we've got to get the soil moved as well because it was just too close to the greenhouse. The greenhouse was built after the raised beds were put in. So we just have a little bit of work to do, and I thought I'd take you along with me while we get in here and pull some weeds. So yeah, everything doesn't have to be perfect all of the time, and life happens, and that's okay. But we're gonna keep on going. We're gonna start over, and I just thought I'd take you along with me today on my chores. It's a little bit warm. It's in the 80s. It's not quite as hot as it was this summer. We're finally getting some fall days, but cool in the mornings, hotter in the afternoon, cooler in the evening. We're gonna work through it. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna show you the plan that we have, and then we're gonna get all of this mess kind of straightened up. One of the first things that we're gonna do, of course, is come in and remove all of these weeds. The boxes, that carrot box is gonna have to be moved too. We can move that down there. So we're gonna have to move this box and that soil as well, because we are shifting everything this way. You can see the box down there. The reason we're shifting everything is because the greenhouse is literally right here, and you couldn't even hardly walk between the wall and the box there. So everything has grown and gotten kind of crazy, and it's time to put the bottom siding in the greenhouse. We have started working on the back wall. I say we. By we, I mean Steve. Every time I say we, just know I mean Steve, because I'm not doing anything. So he started putting in the back wall. That's going to all be shelves for placing trays. And we have to level the floor out. We have mats that are kind of come in here. We're going to put some rocks around the edges where the tables are going to be built, so that when we're watering, it'll just run through the screen that we're going to put on there into the rocks and then back into the ground, so we don't get puddles. So this project is back underway, especially now that it's not over 100 degrees. But in order to be able to close in the bottom, we have to be able to access the side. And if you look here, the weeds are growing literally, because it's just on raw ground, the weeds are growing out. I say weeds, it's Spanish needle, which is also, its scientific name is Bidens albus, which is has tons of medicinal purposes and uses, but once the flower falls off, it gets these little hitchhikers, and they just get all in the dog's fur and in my hair. So I've got my hat on, I've got my hair braided, because I'm going to try to minimize the amount that gets in the way today. But this is the video I'm doing today. We have a lot of things that'll be coming up. I keep saying that, and then it's like hurry up and wait to get to those lot of things. So today we're just going to be cleaning this up and getting these weeds out of here. And then we have yellow leaves on the sweet potatoes, so we're going to be harvesting those probably in the next video, because honestly, I'm probably just going to be worn out by the time we get to the end of this one. So with that being said, I'm just going to get started getting the weeds out of here. That shelf is going to go away, and we're going to trim some of these limbs off of the mulberry tree, and we're going to have a rain collection barrel over here so we can catch runoff from the greenhouse for watering as well. The bee room is getting moved, the bee yard is getting moved, everything is kind of getting shifted around. We have trellises and beds that are going to be taken out and reconfigured, and just lots of things are coming. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, I've gotten the majority of those big weeds out. Still have some cleanup to do. I got to get this dirt moved, and I want to come through with the mower and the edger to clean this area up a little bit more. Or not edger, weed eater. The sweet potatoes are going to be coming out. I'll probably take care of that. I'll probably take care of that in this weekend. And I gotta finish weeding out that pepper bed over there. I'm gonna let those little Tabascos put their little peppers out, and then I'm gonna dig them up the way that M.I. Gardner says to do it, and transplant them into pots so that we can overwinter them in the greenhouse. They take a really long time to grow, and then they don't start. We just got peppers started putting out a few weeks ago, so I'm just gonna go ahead and transplant those into pots once I harvest the peppers off of them, and try to just overwinter them, like I said, in the greenhouse. Let's see, we have 3 boxes. We're gonna move this one down to make another little keyhole. This is what we're growing carrots in. We're gonna make another one of these, so we'll have 4 boxes. That trellis is coming down. All of that's gonna go away. We're gonna reconfigure that section of the garden. All of this on the other side of me has to be cleaned up. I have a black tarp down trying to kill some of the grass that has grown in where the corn was, so that I can get the lettuces transplanted out in that section. We have a lot of cleanup to do in this garden. It really got out of hand this summer because we have other things that are going on. And it was so hot. It was so hot this summer. But I just wanted to kind of show you, I just cleaned this little bit of weeds up. Well, it was a lot of bit of weeds. But I just pulled all of this out in over an hour or so, just putting in that little bit of time. Just to get some weeds out of the way. It wasn't that bad. And it can be done. Don't ever look at anything and think that it's hopeless and just give up. I didn't like doing it. I've got these hitchhikers all over me. I hate them. But getting through this point is going to give me the end result that I want. And going forward, once we're over that big hump, putting more effort into this will be a lot easier to maintain, because we're not going to be so focused on that. And that is a big part of what we have going on in our lives right now. So unfortunately, we did get food out of the garden this summer. It was not the harvest that we have gotten in years past, where we were able to put more effort in to growing here. So we are gonna not focus on that, and we're gonna move on and focus on the winter garden, getting the winter garden in, fall garden, winter, because our fall garden will overwinter here very easily for our zone. We're 9A, Northeast Florida. We have relatively mild winters where, we had some hard freezes last year where it got down into the 20s overnight. So we did have some hard freezes. It killed our fig tree all the way back to the ground. Like, it fried it. But now she's over 6 feet tall and has like 50 figs on her. So that, just from this past winter to now, she's doing great. But we'll be good. This is going to be a project, just getting it back to the way that we want it and fixing things up and rearranging and everything. If you'd like to hang out with me on this journey, you're more than welcome to. Just like the video and subscribe. And I am not overly consistent with posting videos. Like, I'm not one of those people who does it every single week. But if you have anything that you would like to see or like me to show you, let me know. It's I want to say it's a labor of love. We have an end result that we're trying to get to with this right now. it's personal sustainability, feeding, you know, our family and putting food up. I think, I mean, growing our own food has always been something that we have enjoyed doing and have done ever since the kids were little. We have had chickens and small gardens, which I keep meaning to do that video where I show you the progression. I might work on that for this week coming up. That might be this week's upcoming video, or one of them. I'm going to try to start working on that. The tree people are here cutting trees that are on the power lines. So, but I lost my train. Oh, food preservation. So yeah, we did 4-H. We have the chickens we showed at the fair. We had rabbits before. We've always had small gardens. I got into beekeeping in 2016. We expanded this when, after Misty passed, my older mare, and then I rehomed Addie, with a friend of mine who has an autistic, she's working on getting an autistic writing program together, and Addie's just so good with the kids, and she's a Palomino, so they can use the paints and color on her. And so she's really happy. She's around the corner. We can go see her anytime we want. I think I've talked about that before. And so once we rehomed them and we got all of the wood chips delivered, we let them break down and spread them. So we have been in a rebuilding of the soil process since 2018 with a goal of a food forest. We got that idea from James Prigioni. Well, we got the idea from James Prigioni. He's in Jersey. He has a large YouTube channel, and I went back all the way to the beginning of his and watched every single video. He follows the Back to Eden method, and his backyard is beautiful, and it's so small, but it looks huge because of the way that he has his food forest laid out, and it's awesome. So he inspired us. We have not been able to even get a fraction of what he has in his backyard. It's just so cool. But that's our end goal. We would like to have a nice food forest in the main pasture and edible landscaping in the front, the garden, everything. We really want everything to come together, and that has been our goal since 2018. But it takes time to acquire it and to achieve your goal. We'll eventually get there, but it's evolving, it's changing as life does, and you know, we've had, like I said, we've had events happen that kind of put us back, but we're just gonna keep striving forward. That's my video for today. I guess I'm just trying to inspire you to, if you have a mess like I do, don't give up. Get dirty, pull the weeds, and start over. Every season is a new beginning, and you always have the opportunity to just start. I guess that's my main message. Just start somewhere. Do something. There's a lot of chaos in our world right now, and we don't know where things are going, and it's better to be able to sustain yourself than try to rely on someone else sustaining you, or to rely on the government to sustain you. We can do this. You can create a community together, a community co-op. You can have a community garden if you're in an area where you don't have land to plant. You can do it on your back porch. There's definitely ways that you can grow food, and I gotta hang on to these or I'm gonna lose them again. I just want to encourage you to do that. Don't let an overwhelming task stop you from moving forward. So with that, I'm gonna go get some water, because I drank all of my drink that I had made for myself because I'm thirsty and it's hot still. So I'm gonna wrap this cleanup video here for today, but stay tuned. We're not done with this area. Today was just a fraction of the projects that we have going on. So yeah, thanks. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. Sorry for the lengthy video. And I'll see you next time.